The way a father is always late to his daughter's ballerina recitals, the way that a father never shows up to his son's baseball game. No matter how many times he promises, I'll be there, I promise this time, I promise. He never makes it. Why? Because he is prioritizing something over his own children. Not because everybody makes mistakes, everybody has those days. No. It's because he prioritizes other things over his children, right? It's not a disease, it's not a disorder. If he wanted to, he could be there for them, right? So, what does this have to do with manifestation? Well, the same way that jerk can put other things in front of his children to neglect them is the same way that you need to use some sort of aggressive fierceness to neglect the 3D. You see, you have to be like a bad father. You have to be, they've talked about the prodigal son. You got to be the neglectful dad. Because look, the 3D is shit. The 3D is a echo of the past. There is no reason why you should give it any attention, right? Now, most people would think that you should nurture it, feed it, take care of it because, oh, well, your ex said not to contact you again. Well, my mother said that maybe you should move on, son. Maybe you shouldn't date women that age. Maybe she was too mature for you. Maybe it was her culture. Perhaps maybe you need to focus more on your life and success. But that is the echo of the 3D, right? And if we want to go deeper, the 3D is an echo of you, of the identities that you have been stepping into your whole entire life. It's just getting reflected back to you, just like we say, everyone is you pushed out. You're only looking at a mirror. You are not looking at a crystal ball. But if you want to look at a crystal ball, it's up here. You see, the neglectful father, all he cares about is himself. All he cares about is his comfort zone, right? He has his own flesh and blood, hoping that they can spend a little time with their dad. But because he's so focused on what matters to him, his purpose, his mission, whether it's drinking, whether it's hanging out with the buddies, whether it's having this fearful mindset of abundance where if I don't work extra hard and neglect my family, then we'll be homeless and get evicted. Instead of knowing how to balance it out and love himself, which is the same thing as loving your children because they are a part of you, and knowing that you're abundant regardless and that who knows, God will bless you either way, right? Well, he has his own idea of what his true end is, and that is what he stays to do, his work, his drinking, his addictions, right? Or his laziness, right? Don't ask me how I'm so able to relate to this, right? Well, imagine if you heard somebody in an inner conversation in your mind say, dude, it's been 6 months and she still hasn't texted you, bro, and you still got a smile on your face? Yeah, damn right I still got a smile on my face. Why wouldn't I? Because I have everything that I need, right? Imagine somebody saying, wow, you're still wearing the same shoes that you've had in the 4th grade. You still have the same shitty car that looks like if you got it out of the junkyard, and yet you still walk with this aura, this swagger. Yeah, because in my head, I'm number one. I'm abundance, right? You see, that is the way you neglect the 3D. The same way somebody could say in an inner conversation for their father, like, wow, you have 2 children who love you, and that's still not enough, Robert. You got 2 children who would give anything. Like, imagine what the neglectful father hears from his wife, if he's even still married to the lady, right? If she's still even putting up with his shit. Imagine what she says to him. Look at your son. You know how much he loves you. He could not stop talking about how he wish he could have seen his father at his baseball game. I know, honey, I know. It's just blah, 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 blah. That's the same thing like somebody saying, like, look at the 3D. Look at the 3D, Bobby. Look at the 3D, Sarah. XYZ is happening, and you really think that your SP is coming back? You really think that you have a chance? Yeah, I know. You're right. No. You want it to be that they catch you disregarding the clear signs that things aren't going to work out, that things are not unfolding in your favor. Because the only reason why they never will unfold in your favor is if you keep nurturing, you keep feeding, you keep parenting that 3D. But if there's any fatherhood that you need to neglect, if there's any relationship to a child that you need to neglect, it is the neglection of the offspring of the old identity. Because make no mistake, the old identity is kind of like a fucking family tree where it gives offspring to rejection, offspring to lack. And you feed those children of lack. You feed those children of resentment and rejection and fear and doubt. Personify them in your brain if you have to. Just like we've said that if you imagine yourself as a fucking medieval warrior, you know, it's the same thing as seeing yourself as a successful man in your business, even though you probably have never carried a fucking sword and shield in your life. Your subconscious knows what the hell you're doing. So personify the fucking entities of your 3D that are reflecting your old identity. Right? And neglect that offspring. Don't feed them. Let them die. Like the scriptures say, put off the old man, put on the new man. And this is how you do it. Because like I said, my friends, the 3D cannot give you shit. It is just a reflection of all the BS that you've been telling yourself since the beginning. So why keep it alive? The old has gone, behold, the new has come. Join the membership for access to videos that you will never see on the public side. And if you want any help on manifestation, guys, the links are in the description. I would love to work with you. Until next time, my friends.